Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube chat. My name is Sinazak and this is my YouTube channel. So guys, I'm of this opinion and option, and I've been advocating for it for a very long time, The IAM-MARWA pronouncement of firing people has just caused a divide. Anytime I post a video, at the comment section, you could see how the fans who has been loyal to IAM-MARWA for very many long time, people have grandstand, or perhaps they have grandstood their ground. Others are of a divided opinion. Therefore, it left us in a state of confusion. Others are saying IAM-MARWA ought to have called Minawi, and for those who he didn't see are destroying the village. Others are saying, including yours truly, that IAM-MARWA has been through a lot. It was just a mere reaction from the art because IAM-MARWA is so. It was in pain because for countless number of betrayal. But the casualty that has been left along are two more and many. And that pronouncement itself has caused drama that has also led the positive reactors in a miasma of a confusion. They're attacking each other. Yesterday we saw Minhawi attacking the positive reactors themselves. More so, the Irene Jep was brought into question. Again, IAM-MARWA came and talked about the podcast that he participated in opening. We gave him kudos. That was very nice. But yesterday, what really happened? The NYABOHANSE podcast came and put things into perspective, categorically claiming that there was nothing like that. Perhaps this is not my words. Let's get it from NYABOHANSE podcast itself. Or maybe, before we get from NYABOHANSE podcast, let's listen to
I've participated in opening one podcast in the village. I've opened one, thank you. I've opened one podcast in the village. We want that podcast to be used for positive stories. You can always find the positive stories in the village. We want it to be used for positive stories, not gossip. This is not why we opened a podcast in NYABOHANSE. We opened a podcast for positive stories. If you want gossip, open a gossip page. Call it NYABOHANSE gossip. But if you come to me and say, Marwa, I want to be in I want you to be in my podcast. We have this idea. Yes, it's okay people to air their feelings or they think, but we don't gossip. You want a podcast that if today a lawyer will ask you, provide us the truth of this, you can provide. Because what is the reason of opening channels that are pushing drama and downfalls of other people instead of uplifting people? Why can't you make a story of a guy who came from nothing going up? Because Africa, every day they tell bad stories. There are too many bad stories about Africa and the village. Why can't you create a better story? Why can't you create something good? There are too many bad stories. There are street kids. Why don't you talk about that?
That one is
there are people sleeping hungry in the street.
Categorically putting it forth, he participated in opening NYABOHANSE podcast. Outlined all the objectives that the podcast ought to have been championing rather than gossip drama. So agreed. The greatest shock, NYABOHANSE podcast came into perspective, Ghana blazing, and started putting things into perspective. Well, this is just comparison. This is just effects of IAM-MARWA pronouncement that has caused divide and rule, that has caused people to come out from their own closets and said it openly how it is. It is a war of thrones. And this is the embarrassment that me as Zach, I never wanted it to go this way. This is the reasons why I wanted these people to sit down and talk. I wanted IAM-MARWA to just place a call for these guys and people iron this thing separately, not from the camera. Now, such kind of embarrassment itself really cuts doubt and paints a picture that we are confused.
Because what he's been giving us, we're not sure, but we hope for the best and expect worst. But all in all, man, we really love you. It is what it is, Pablo.
What it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, the genesis of this podcast, how it started. You remember one time you visited me? We were having, we had a video in my channel, and now we started like talking. In fact, 4 of the subscribers were like, guys, you know what? I think you guys can be good if you have a podcast. Then another day we did that again. They came back. So we had to sit down, I Syntax, and we were like, so yes, we are going to do this, but how? How are we going to start this? We need someone who will be behind the cameras.
Yeah.
We need some. We need
a team.
We need a team.
A very big team, from editors, from people who are behind the cameras. And also, you know why? Because if you want to move to success, you need to move as a team.
As a team, yeah.
But if you want to go fast, move solo. So, why am I saying this? Pablo had his own YouTube channel, of which it's doing okay. Mine was dead in arrival.
Yeah.
Syntax_1. Doing all the positive and doing all the good content. That's why you have to sit and speak now. Mine, it's actually dragging
even mine, it reached a point that
you're dragging your feet. Your feet. That's why. So, you know, people don't understand that, and I say, and I repeat, nobody who made this podcast, apart from me and you, and M7.
Yeah.
Because it's us who engage. All these people who are, all these shenanigans that they're talking, it came from, these guys have been our interviewee. Like, not giving us a shout out precisely, but interviewing you and telling us who you are. I came to Pablo's place. We sat under that tree and some bananas behind. I think you should share that video.
Yeah, true.
We started speaking about our issue, like Syntax has visited me. It was in your channel. Pablo_KE. We spoke about it, and from the comments, our subscribers, some of our subscribers actually motivated us. Like, you can do this, you can do
something
that.
Like a talk show whereby you can do well. You can do well rather than vlogging.
Other than vlogs. And you know, everybody has.
And it was a good idea because us, we decided not to do something different. Because this is the first podcast in this village. I don't know if there's anyone who has thought about that idea.
When? How? Why?
We the one who came up with this. You
know,
you get that. And you know, the reason of coming up with this podcast was we are having so much negativity in the village. And also drama. Too much drama. And there's that we call, I don't know, there's that team of reactors, positive reactors. This team. We got tired of that. So we decided, like, let's come with something different. Whereby, if I decide to host you from that point, come sit here, I'll ask you questions like, why are you black? Why are you black? Why are you
white?
Why are you white? Then you express and explain, you know, that's the reasons why we came up with this. But not like we spread hate, but maybe if you've ever offended anyone, I don't think we've ever offended anyone who said
who have we offended?
No one.
You know, I came to understand while Jesus was born. So they won't refer ourselves like the son of the Most High. But the time Jesus was born, there was a morning star in Bethlehem.
And he's so telling you. The story of that podcast. That all those people who are talking in the shenanigan of helping them opening their channels, all those kind of stories are hogwash. What he knows, the story of opening NYABOHANSE's podcast started with him, Pablo, and the guy on the camera, plus a little bit of the supporter who has been contributing to do that kind of podcast itself. He's saying, for those who are claiming to have been participated, were just hosted in the name of interview, and categorically it was said. How does that one leave us? How does that one sound in all myriad of issues? That's why I want to tell you, NYABOHANSE has turned itself to be a drama more than a Hollywood movie. You know, it's sad. It's sad. You know, some problems are not supposed to be aired on camera. Some problems need to be discussed underwater. More so when you're living in a house and you belong in one team. Call a member that you are not going fine, and people to engage in a manner that now we are putting all these things. Amara will come and talk, somebody will come and counter. You know, it did not stop from there because they went straight forward and started giving the history of this podcast. Elaborate.
But I think it's good if you clarify some things. This podcast, it ain't a gossip show.
Yeah, true.
And anybody that we bring here has a right to share his own perspective. You know, in Kenya, in our under Article 132 of Kenyan Constitution, Article 3,
Yeah.
A, it says freedom of expression. If I interview you, express yourself. And that's one thing that people, I've seen people along the comments saying, you know, now podcast is being, you know, while we started this podcast, me and Pablo, and the M7 behind the camera.
Yeah.
We just thought of making NYABOHANSE great again.
Great again. You know, that's our main, like, usually say, that's our
motto.
Yeah. Like, making
NYABOHANSE great again. But we didn't look at, you know, your friend is not necessarily my friend.
True.
Your enemy is not necessarily my enemy.
True, brother.
We need to grow past looking at minute things and see, like, you know, this one is talking about me, this one is talking about this. But all in all, I think NYABOHANSE podcast is here to stay.
Yeah.
As much we've been given a limited time, like, you know, from 2 years, where are we going to be? I think YouTube is a platform that it's nobody's father, nobody's mother. It's a platform whereby it's an international platform. This is our content, this is our niche.
Yeah.
Whereby I need to interview Pablo, I react and ask him, why do you react? I need to interview a vlog and ask him, why do you do the vlogs?
I need to bring a politician.
A politician.
I need to bring, like, for instance.
They were fired, both of them.
Okay.
All of them, but we should respect people's expression.
Okay.
And apart from that, I think we do respect that.
Yeah.
Whether you come from a poor family, whether you come from a well-off family, whether you, I don't know who you are. You know, I normally tell you, Pablo, you don't know who's going to wash your body while you're dead at the morgue. So treat people equally. That's why I tell you in NYABOHANSE podcast, we're here to clarify that we don't have any beef with anybody. If somebody shows me, hates me, I think I won't hate him back. I really love one song of Bob Marley. It says,
heard he was from Pablo KE with his co-host Syntake one or Syntake one. It really takes a percentage because I never wanted to say that they were answering IAM-MARWA, but immediately that is a reaction of what IAM-MARWA said. So they've come to cleanse, they've come to put things how they do. Who knows the truth? I don't know the truth, Azak, where I am. Who tells the truth? I don't know. And what are you reading from all this kind of rebuttal? The rebuttal itself, it's kind of NYABOHANSE podcast wasn't taking it so easy, but that kind of redress by IAM-MARWA. NYABOHANSE podcast is saying they're very ready and opening doors for everyone. Be it you are a negative reactor, a positive reactor, doing vlog, they have got that right to bring you on their channel to air your views. This is the reasons why I wanted all these things to be aired by IAM-MARWA in a better way, in a way that place a call, talk to these people, rather than coming in the camera. I understand you, but now the damage itself has already been caused. And it's now more drama after drama, more drama after drama. These are the things that Amara said he doesn't like drama and doesn't want drama. But you know, anytime Amara will come and talk, people will create drama of such kind of talks. That's why I have been contemplating, most when Amara posted that thing on NYABOHANSE podcast. I even shared with my colleagues that I believe, and I'm making sure that if anybody is close to Amara, should just tell Amara to never come out and speak. Until I come and see Amara speaking, I was like, my God. So Amara pronouncement, I've just created monsters. I've just created the divide. I've just created suspicion. I still believe people can talk. I still believe they can reconvene a meeting. Then all these things should be ironed. You know, majority of people were saying that Amara have changed. It was destined Amara would be changed because by the time you knew Amara when Amara was single. Now Amara into the picture whereby it's being expected to be a fatherhood and expecting a child. It was destined for changes. So the transformative stage is that Amara has changed, and Amara will change because it's not the usual Amara we used to know. Either he comes and bites the bullet and stay forth to his family and implement it to the core than pleasing some people. Perhaps that was the essence why he came out and said, it doesn't matter. What matters is my family first. What matters is myself and my happiness. Therefore, I'm biting the bullet. But what next? I'm still talking, these things will revolve around. It will be like a Bermuda train. If you know the story of a Bermuda train, a Bermuda triangle, or a Bermuda train itself, where there is no end at the beginning, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's a never-ending saga. What's really happening in NYABOHANSE now needs a divine intervention. It really paints that so bad. It never stopped from there. They went ahead saying that all the positive reactors were fired. The negative reactors that were fired, all are welcome to go and air their feelings into that podcast. You know, it's now been a competition where Amara fires, NYABOHANSE podcast hires. Do you see the divide and rule? Do you see the consternation? And do you see the pronouncement of Amara? What it has caused? It is not about the pronouncement, but I know the way it was done. Me, I understand the matter fully. But I'm speaking a situation whereby somebody in the village would not be Zach, would not be any other person who could really decipher the information that Amara said and keep quiet than to the person who is in the deep village. The connotations of such kind of information itself shall be a tall order. Hence, the consternation back and forth, Bermuda train, Bermuda train. My work is never to take sides. I'm on the center stage. I cannot be a judge and a jury at the same time. What do you think about all these things? Are we in a position of like rallying call to Amaro, to those who are involved in this saga, so that these people should be brought together so that they talk for that ceasefire? If you are ending this way, we'll be giving the lazy gun all the credits, all the content, and there shall never be peace in that NYABOHANSE. You saw yesterday, when Minahayo also was saying, everybody in that village came from somewhere. There is no indigenous kind of. Now in the podcast also you are getting that. They're telling you the only persons who can claim the village NYABOHANSE is only the Majake. The rest came from somewhere, Kwitacho. Just because of that simple pronouncement has brought that level. You know, it was meant to happen. It was meant to happen because I always see it, and more is going to happen. They are going up because people are coming out of the elicited reaction. Others have joined the lazy gang, and they have continued to join. The lazy gang are also there. In the lazy gang side, they are being tossed left and right that you don't want you. Others now are going independent. So guys, maybe, how can you advise IAM-MARWA? How are you advising NYABOHANSE podcast? And what is the way forward as we moving forward? Because to me, I know where I belong. To me, it's just positivity. This one was just part of engaging you and letting you know the divide, and letting you know that certain kind of pronouncement itself might lead us where we are. Was it the better way, or there is a better way that the engagement of NYABOHANSE people could be done in a more pragmatic way rather than how it was done? How it was done has led to confusion. To me, I understood. I can understand everything. I haven't complained. But the saga, the never-ending one, is still continue because some quarters have not understood the bigger picture. Because Mara is talking of the bigger picture, that majority of the villagers don't understand what is this bigger picture. Hence, such kind of talks shall ensue. Until next time, this is Senior Zach. Let me see your answer at the comment section.